Hello students. So today we are going to learn about the network layer. So till last lecture we have completed a physical layer or data link layer. So in the network layer we need to understand two network approaches, which is virtual circuits and datagram network. So first we have discussed about the virtual circuits. Virtual circuit is a connection oriented services, which means a connection should be maintained in the network, or in other ways you have to create a connectivity in the network. It reserves the resources like buffer, CPU, bandwidth, etc. Next thing that we supposed to understand is the actual process that we have to follow in the virtual circuits. In that we have to first connect the connectivity, then second thing that we can sends the data from sender to receiver side. Third thing, that receiver should gives the acknowledgement, and the fourth thing, which is nothing but the disconnection of connectivity. This is the simplest circuit switching which is used in the virtual circuits. So in the first send packet reserves the resources at each server along with the path. In the virtual circuit we have to send a packet or a first packet along with the global header. After adding a global header, first packet is sent in the circuitry. After sending one packet, subsequent packets will be follow the same path as the first sent packet of for the connection time. Connection time is also maintained in the virtual circuit. Next thing is all packets follows a specific path. Packets are received in order at the destination side. Virtual circuit switching ensures all the packets successfully reaches the destination. Next thing that it can't be concluded, the virtual circuits are a highly reliable method of data transfer. Virtual circuits are more reliable because it maintains a proper connection circuitry, and with that data can be sent from one sender resource to another resource. So because of that it is a reliable method for data transfer. Next thing, the issues that happened in the virtual circuits are virtual circuits needs a new connection in each time. Whenever you want to create a virtual circuit, you need to whenever you want to send a packet in the virtual circuit, you need to connect any time a new connection. Next thing that we use a specific ATM network. ATM network is nothing but the asynchronous transfer mode. There are two types of modes: synchronous transfer mode and asynchronous transfer mode. You can read it from the your uh, network, because these some parts are not included in your syllabus. Switching techniques are not also included in your syllabus. Then the specific example of virtual circuit is telephone call. So I can explain you in such a way that in the telephone conversation, first of all we have to dial a number. While dialing a number, the first stage in the virtual circuitry is you creating a connection with the person that those who you want to connect. After that, the receiver receives the call. Receiver receives the call is the connection establishment. After establishing a connection, you can have a talk with the receiver. which is nothing but the packet sending, which is nothing but the data sending. After they sending a data, the receiver should give the reply. Reply of receiver is nothing but the acknowledgement that received by you, which is sender. And after having a connection, receiver should disconnect or sender should disconnect the network, which is nothing but the disconnection of network. These four stages we have to follow in the virtual circuitry. So this is nothing but the virtual circuit. Next is datagram network. Datagram network is a connection-less service. There is no need to reserve resources or no dedicated path is used for the connection section. Okay, all packets are free to use any available path, but it's supposed to understand whether path is available or resource is free or not. Second thing is that in the datagram, every packet is free to choose any path. All packets must be associated with the header with the proper information about the resource and the upper layer data. So in this datagram network, we have to have attached each packet a header and the proper information about the resource or a receiver or a destination, you might be calling. The connectionless property makes the data packets reach the destination in any order. Obviously, it could not have any proper circuitry, so data can be freely moved in the network. So data can reach in the destination in any order, which means they require any proper protocol for the ordering ordering all these packets. They require some mechanism. Okay, datagram network are not so reliable because data are free in the network. Next thing, the major drawback of datagram packet switching is that packets can only be forwarded if the resources are free. If resources are not free, then packets are not moved. Next thing, it is always easy and cost effective comparatively virtual circuit. Why is it so? Because in the virtual circuits we require to create a connectivity. After that we require to add a header. There are or then we need to disconnect the session. And in the datagram network is generally used by the IP network. Basically, a data services like internet, we use a datagram network. So let's conclude today's lecture. So today we are learned about the network layer approaches. So in the network layer approaches, we learn a virtual service and a datagram service. Virtual service is the connection oriented service. Datagram service is the connection less oriented. Virtual circuit need to require create a circuitry, but in the datagram services we could not require to maintain a circuitry. In the virtual circuit, we have to add a global header for only first packet. All other packets are sent in the same path. But in the datagram, you should add a header and a subsequent destination address to each and every packet. Next thing is virtual circuit is more reliable comparatively datagram circuits, because in the virtual circuits we have a proper circuitry to follow or a path to follow, and in the datagram we could not have that path. Our data can be freely moved in the datagram service. Next thing that you have to remember is you require to make a setup or connection in the virtual circuit again and again, but in the datagram you could not require any circuitry. Then these are the major things or major differences in the virtual circuit and datagram network. So I hope